Hi friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. My name's Jonathan. I make luxury videos, unboxings, and reviews. And today, as promised, I have my very first Louis Vuitton P9 unboxing. So let's get into it. So before I get started, no, this is not a speedy P9 unboxing. Unfortunately, I haven't been offered one of those yet, but I will hopefully be placing an order for one in December. But fingers crossed. However, I was offered this item and I had to say yes just because I do collect these items quite extensively, and so it was a perfect addition to my growing collection. So let me show you what P9 I got. Okay, so the item that I purchased is in this box right here. It is not in any special packaging, so let's go ahead and open her up. In a bigger dust bag. So I do have a story time in regards to the dust bag, but I'll save that for after the unboxing. And the item that I got was the P9 pocket organizer. Oh my god. She is so soft. So there is no back pocket for this one. And then the interior has the special stamping that you would see on the P9 Speedies, but it's a stamping instead of a plaque. And then for this navy color or indigo, they put the heritage stripes on it, which I thought was amazing. And then there is the Louis Vuitton stamping, autumn, winter 2025. Super cute. Attention to detail on this pocket organizer, and it is very buttery soft. Here are the item code and textile card for those of you who are interested. So this was available on the Louis Vuitton website for a brief couple hours, I want to say, and then was quickly taken down and sold out completely. So I was so happy that I was able to get offered these by my sales associate. And I do know that they are coming out with more colors. So at the time when I was offered that pocket organizer, I was able to choose between 3 different colors. It was like a green army color, a butter yellow, and then this indigo. Obviously went with the indigo just because the other 2 colors are not necessarily my most favorite. And if I'm spending what I spent on this item, which was about 1,440 Canadian dollars plus tax, I want to get the color that I choose. Absolutely will die for a red one, and I know that that one is coming out soon, maybe in the next year or so. So definitely hopefully be adding that one into my collection. But going into the little bit of a story time, so as you might be aware, that dust bag is completely different than what you would get normally when you order an SLG or any Louis Vuitton product. I was honestly a little bit disappointed because when I had picked up this item in store, the dust bag that was provided to me was just a regular dust bag. And I know it's just a dust bag, but at the price point I'm paying for this item, and I know that exotics that are at the same price point come with a special dust bag. And for this being a P9 item and it's being one of Louis Vuitton's flagship products, that I would have thought it would have come in an embroidered dust bag similar to the handbags. So the client advisor that I work with at Yorkdale was super nice about it. He scoured the store to see what he could find and ultimately ended up giving me an exotic dust bag, which I thought was kind of interesting that he was able to just do that, but totally grateful that he did. But I wanted to reach out to my client advisor online who I placed the order with just to see what is the official packaging. Because to my surprise, I would find it very hard to believe if Louis Vuitton does not include those embroidered dust bags for these P9 pocket organizers, just because it is not something that is at a $10,000 level, if that makes sense. It is still part of their flagship line of P9, so they should be packaging these in the same respect as the handbags. I'm still waiting to hear back from my client's advisor. I desperately want to have an answer just because it's kind of killing me inside not knowing which one I should have gotten. And I don't want to make it a big deal about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy it's just a dust bag. But this dust bag, when I received it, was really nice. And I'm going to show you really quickly. This is just a traditional dust bag that you would get with any Louis Vuitton purchase. It's just cloth and it is made in India for the most part. But the dust bag that I received with the P9 after I had asked for it was this like felted dust bag. So it is completely lined in like felt, and then the Louis Vuitton is embroidered. And what I find kind of interesting enough is this is kind of similar to the color of the pocket organizer that I received. So I was just curious to see if I was actually meant to get this dust bag or if they just happened to have one in store. And then this one is also still made in India, but it is a little bit more substantial, and I think for the price point of this item, it should have come with a dust bag like this. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I being a little bit picky, or am I being a little bit too high maintenance? I know it's just a dust bag, but at the end of the day, I kind of just would like an answer, if that makes sense. I also wanted to share that every time I place an order online and I get it sent to the store, my client advisor always leaves me a little note, and this one says, "A new journey awaits," just because her and I are entering into P9 territory, so I thought that was really sweet of her. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like this kind of content or just want to see more of me, definitely hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.